Hello and good day. Welcome to Punchline. We are First News Nation, and I am Sammy Ajifo. It's always a privilege to join you where we discuss national politics and national politics. Always reminding you to like and subscribe to all our social media handles and make sure you enable notifications on all platforms you watch this program to make sure you get latest updates on the latest programs and content we have here on First News Nation. It's 21 days to election campaign as stipulated by INEC guidelines. So they'll be coming to your area, they'll be coming to your street. Politicians will be out looking for your face. You are the beautiful bride. So just get ready, because in 21 days, all political parties will go out on the streets to talk to you, to get your favors, and probably to share one or two with you. We're going to be talking about that as we go down the road on this discourse on Punchline. Don't forget, we have a separate spin-off show for the Enugu State elections. It's called The Road to Lion Building 2023. Let's go for a short break. We have a lot of stories to talk about today, and my take will be at the end of it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's still Punchline, and we are First News Nation. I did say earlier that it's 21 days to election campaign. On the 28th of September this month, campaigns will start. All political parties will be allowed to go out and seek for your votes. And as that is happening, there are some people who are traveling across Nigeria, and it's not the Labour Party presidential candidate. It's the 17 or more PDP governorship candidates across Nigeria. 17 of them have visited Governor Nyesom Wike again. Now, something really interesting I would like to note before we go into other things. Governor Nyesom Wike is not receiving visitors in Government House. He's receiving visitors in his private residence. That's something I noted recently. And these governorship candidates from the PDP went visiting to try and reconcile between Governor Nyesom Wike and the PDP presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Yes. Now, here's something really interesting. The 17 governorship candidates had also gone to see the presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. I think after they saw former Vice President Atiku, they went to see Governor Nyesom Wike. There was a closed-door meeting that lasted for hours. We don't know what's come out of it. But one of the candidates came out and said there's hope that there will be some form of reconciliation. But here's one interesting part of this. When the candidates went to visit the presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, the PDP governorship candidate of Rivers State was conspicuously absent. And your guess is as good as mine. We probably know why, But now they are visiting Governor Nyesom Wike. And there's a video. When we come back from this, we'll have other things to talk about. But watch this video. 17 PDP governorship candidates across Nigeria have gone to see Governor Nyesom Wike at his private residence in Obiakwa local government area of Rivers State. Watch. We'll be right back.
Wait, I can't
Will they be aggressive? I don't know. I don't want to give away. It's Germans.
and we're home and dry. Current crisis. Well, this is what I'm hearing from you, crisis. It's a family matter. So we met and discussed issues that borders on the situation within the party. An internal matter is not something for you to get details into, but we are through. We have discussed with the presidential candidate. We are here with our brother and friend, and issues that borders on what has happened has been sorted out. The issue has been resolved as far as I'm concerned, because we have heard from both sides, and we're going to meet with the National Working Committee to take a decision.
Welcome back. That's the video, and people constantly go to see Governor Nyesom Wike. People just constantly go. And recently he was at the commissioning of the Uzodinma flyover, or is it head bridge or cross bridge? But the bridge that took so long, it took almost as long as the second Niger bridge takes to be completed. Something really interesting about the second Niger bridge. I have seen videos recently saying that the second Niger bridge took 40 years to build. 40 years for 1.6 kilometer of bridge. In that same time, Lagos had built a bridge between Victoria Island and Ikoyi. Other people have built bridges in that short a time, but 40 years is just now that the second Niger bridge is nearing completion for a 1.6 kilometer bridge that's going to end up with a toll gate somewhere in Obosi. No, that's not the problem right now. We're talking about, let's move, I just deviated, I'm sorry. Let's go back to what we're talking about. We are still talking about the build-up to the presidential, governorship, House of Assembly, Senate elections that are coming up very, very soon. And it seems that if we follow social media, that the election will be won by the drama that occurs on social media. Now it happens to be the drama kings of political parties. Yes, in every political party, especially the two major political parties, there seem to be one drama king. In PDP, we seem to have two. One of them is former Senator, the Dino Melaye. The other one will be, of course, Nyesom Wike, the governor of Rivers State. But there's also a drama king who used to be in PDP, but now he's of the All Progressives Congress. I'm talking about former Minister of Aviation, Femi Fani-Kayode. This time around, both of them were playing skits, you know. I don't really want to go into the story. The videos are online, and I'm wondering whether this is actually helpful to the presidential tickets or selling their candidates. Every moment right now matters. So if skits will do it good to the presidential candidates, then I think every political party should hire people to do skits. I mean, Mr. Macaroni can do something for Labour Party and then just hire Brother Shaggy to do one or two things for ADC. Let's know it's skits we are running after. But these two men who happen to be the leading voices in these political parties have brought up something that looks like a skit. And trust Nigerians, very soon we'll all jump on that skit, and that will be the end of that story. Watch this video. When we get back, we have more to talk about, and I'm getting to my take right here on Punchline. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all our channels, and if you have any contribution to anything we just said, please put them in the comment section below. We'll be right back.
Please, we just came to appeal to you to please invite FFK for a dinner. For a dinner, please. Just one night. Just for one night.
Me invite FFK for a dinner?
Oh, yes. Yes,
No. Please. I'm not going to backroad anybody.
Just help me.
I'm not going to backroad anybody.
Good evening, sir.
Security.
Sir.
Good evening. How's it?
Fine, sir.
Okay. Any problem?
Yes, sir. Sir, there's a gentleman outside.
Name?
Senator Dino Melaye, sir.
Dino Melaye.
Yes, sir.
But there's a sign at the gate. You know this. What does the sign say? No lepers, no stray dogs, no pigs, no ill-bred country bumpkins, no desperate clowns, and no gutter snipes. So you know very well that creatures like that cannot enter my space or my property or my house. You know this.
Yes, sir.
So please, just find something for him and let him go. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
And as he's going, or anybody approaching, be careful. He has a particular weakness when it comes to men's backsides.
Okay,
So
sir.
be careful that he doesn't violate you in any way.
Thank you, sir.
Right, welcome back. Still Punchline, and we are First News Nation. I am still Sami Ajifo. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media handles and follow us, more importantly, at First News Nation. Enable notifications on all platforms you're watching this with, and let's give you more updates as time progresses. Before we go into the next story, we're going to be starting up next week. The live version of this program is going to be showing on Facebook. First News Nation. It's going to be interactive, so you'll be sending us your messages and contributing. You could call in via WhatsApp and all that, and Zoom, and it will be a great time. Let's discuss politics as we count down to the all-important 2023 general elections. But the next story is about the governor of Imo State. Yes, once in a while, you hear governors make things are being said here and there, controversial things, and then Uzodinma pops up, the governor of Imo State. Recently, he said that the Igbos should not vie or worry about contesting for the executive post of Nigeria in the forthcoming elections. He's saying Igbos should not even try to contest for the presidency come 2023. They should leave it to any other tribal extraction. The only way the Igbos can contest for president is if the Igbos make peace with Nigeria. I need to say it slowly so it sinks in. Now, if you think I'm joking about this, you probably want to watch the next video we're going to play for you. But I'm playing this video because a respected colleague in the industry, Rufai Oseni of Arise TV, made a very important point. And when we get back, that's also going to be my point. But I'm coming from another angle. Here's what Senator Uzodinma said. Here's what Rufai said. And when we get back, you'll have what I have to say.
The Imo State governor and member of the APC, Senator Uzodinma, has told the Igbos to forget the presidency in 2023, that they could only produce a president of their extraction whenever they found peace with Nigeria. A lot to talk about, Sundu.
I just find that statement from Governor Uzodinma completely absurd. I'm sorry, it's hilarious. Why on earth would he say such a thing? I mean, it's well within his rights and perfectly in order as a member of the APC to campaign for the APC presidential candidate and the vice presidential candidate. That would be great. I feel that he should have stuck to that and just extolled the virtues of their candidate rather than telling a whole ethnic nationality to forget their aspirations to be president. Who on earth says such a thing? And it's no less scandalous because he himself is of the Igbo extraction. I think that's beside the point. When you make such a comment, what you are inviting is really sharp rebuttals, which I'm sure will come, and quite rightly too. Nobody has the right to say that, whether about Igbos, Yorubas, Tivs, name it. It's such an outrageous thing to say. I'm sorry, I just cannot believe he uttered such words. A person at that level of leadership really ought to know better. Rather focus on why Nigerians should elect your party.
For Uzodinma, he was speaking at the 80th birthday of Chief Emmanuel Nwanyawo, publisher of Champion newspaper, industrialist, a very prominent investor in sports and industry. And we join others in congratulating him on the occasion of his 80th birthday, as many others have done, for his contributions, in various aspects of Nigerian life. But what Uzodinma was saying, he says Igbos cannot be president in 2023, they should forget it. Well, that's unfortunate.
Secondly, for the Igbo man that says an Igbo presidency is not tenable, we should also remind him that his kingsmen died in the Civil War. And if he says his kingsmen that died have no rights to presidency, then he's saying that those that died in the Civil War probably died in vain. Because we will forget the terms of the Civil War. We forget in a hurry. Anyway, how are we going to remember when we have a country where they don't teach history in school? We forget that the marginalization complained about in the Civil War is still the marginalization happening today. We forget that it has taken over 40 years to complete the second Niger Bridge. And these are the things the Igbo cry marginalization for. We forget that rail has been done in some other parts of the country, but no rail has been done in Igboland. We forget that the Igbo people still complain of a debt of federal infrastructure. So if these people are complaining and they say Igbo presidency is the pathway for reassurance, and an Igbo man says nothing for you, that you have to make peace with Nigeria, then it speaks volumes of what the person said and who the person is. But you should remember that it is righteousness that exalts a nation. And politicians be careful with the things they say to their own people just because of political benefits.
And with all their might as well. However, by an inexplicable irony, Igbo somehow believe that Nigeria and Nigerians do not reciprocate this love. At least not with the same passion. This is the paradox that has continued to define the Igbo quest for national unity. What the Igbos seek from the country is accommodation, not domination. What they seek is acceptance, not rejection. What they seek is friendship and brotherhood. And they are also willing and able to offer the same. There is sufficient and irrevocable evidence from Nigerian history that Igbo leaders have never been found wanting in advocacy backed by action for Nigeria's unity. Let us briefly examine and refresh some of the issues leading to Nigeria's independence in 1960. The NCNC, led by our own Dr. Namdaziki, the owner of our nature, and the Zik of Africa, opposed to the self-determination motion by Western legislators in 1957. He wanted a united Nigeria, not a fragmented Nigeria. If NCNC had allowed the motion to sail through, we wouldn't have had what is today called Nigeria, both in identity and also in geography. By patiently waiting for the North to be ready, NCNC led by a patriotic Igbo man, saved the day. Again, during the Western Nigerian crisis in the early days of independence, it fell on our great Zik of Africa and other nationalists to provide the stability needed for Nigeria to remain together. Even before that, Dr. Namdaziki had the true sharp patriotic zeal, considered to align Tafawa Balewa of MPC, Modern People's Congress, when it came to the formation of the national government in 1959. It was very clear because MPC would not muster enough majorities to single-handedly form the government. They turned to Zik of Africa.
Well, that's what Rufai had to say. And there's so many comments on social media. Of course, a lot of knocks have come in for the governor. People are really upset about what he said. People are wondering why an Igbo man will say an Igbo man cannot contest. And I think a lot of people are attributing it to the fact that there is an Igbo man, or two Igbo men actually, who are contesting for the seat of president in the forthcoming 2023 presidential election in the month of February, March, one of those months. I'm going to give you my take, but I'm coming from another angle. Hope Uzodinma might have been giving us some kind of a veiled confession. He might have been saying something sarcastic. I don't want to believe that he was saying something that was to malign his fellow Igbo men. Some other people might say, well, he's being realistic, that Igbos will never become president of Nigeria. And that's why other people are saying, since it will never happen, according to what they believe, the best thing is for the Igbos to leave the country, have their own country, so they can rule themselves. I'm looking at it from the other part. Maybe Hope Uzodinma is saying something he has noticed within the political space, that considering what everyone is saying, considering about what people feel that, some certain parts of the country seem to be owners of Nigeria, he said, until we make peace with Nigeria. I'm looking at it from a sarcastic point of view. I don't want to believe he meant it. I believe he's trying to diss someone, or he's trying to pass a statement and say, we have tried. Is it not the same presidency that the governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dr. Dave Umahi, said he's leaving PDP and joining APC because he wants fairness and that the presidency should go to the southeast. Where he is now, there is no presidency. He's actually battling to get into the Senate. He might have been making a veiled statement. I'm talking about governor of Imo State. So I don't want to believe he said, or he means what he said. No Igbo man should contest. The only way we can contest is if we make peace with Nigeria. And if Senator Hope Uzodinma, governor of Imo State, actually made that statement from the bottom of his heart, then I join with what Rufai Oseni said. And it's really unfortunate. But I want to stand on the side of the belief that he's making a sarcastic statement, talking to the rest of Nigeria, saying, you guys don't want to make Igbos ever see that seat. The last time the Igbos ever became leaders in Nigeria as president was a ceremonial position given to Owele Nnamdi Azikiwe. So let's watch and see how that will pan out. But so far, there's been a lot of blowback from that statement made by the Imo State governor. So many people are upset. Everyone is upset. If Rufai can be upset and is not from the Igbo extraction, what do you think other people feel? Well, we'll be watching to see how those things go. As usual, we always watch and see how those statements pan out eventually. That reminds me of a recent video that was recorded about the governor going to church, and then his name was announced, and then the name of the former governor. Should we call him former governor? The one that the Imo State citizens decided, well, we wanted this guy. The one who the Supreme Court said he was not the governor. That's a video I would like you to watch before we go.
Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, please appreciate it. Also, His Deputy, our Deputy Governor, Professor Bassett Njoko, is only here with his wife. In the list of those people, we have the Indian Pass, Governor of Imo State, right now.
Former Deputy Speaker, or was it Deputy Speaker? Yeah, I think he's Deputy Speaker, Emeka Ihedioha of the PDP. The response he got from the announcement of his name was really profound. And that's probably what we want to watch before we go. I'm still saying that the governor of Imo State didn't mean bad. He probably, I pray, he probably meant in a sarcastic way. I am Sami Ajufo, and I want to thank all the program advisors, the script supervisors, the content editors, the researcher, who I must mention her name here, Regina Solomon. I must also thank Michael MSC for also being behind this. I need to mention people's names. They are doing very well. They are trying small. Let's go and see you again next week. Don't forget, Punchline is on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Like and subscribe to all of them, and you get latest updates. We'll see you next week, and we'll still bring more content for you. Don't forget, our live updates will be very, very soon. I am still Sami Ajifo. Have a wonderful week ahead. God bless you.